So what's up, guys? It's Ike Okereke again, and today I want to drop a gem, okay, for mostly our first-time home buyers, or maybe young professionals that maybe just graduated from college, got their first jobs, and are thinking of maybe getting their first home, or to come out of renting and buy their first property. Please do not buy a single family home, okay? Purchase a duplex, live on one side and rent out the other side. In some cases, the rental income you get from the one side could actually cover your entire mortgage, or at least a big chunk of it, so that you are now actually living almost for free on the other side, okay? So, and because you live on the other side, you can usually manage that property yourself. You don't need a property manager and the expense that comes with that. You can stay on site. If there's any issue on the other unit, you can just walk right over, sort out the situation, get it fixed, and be done without having to spend a lot of money for a property manager or any of that kind of stuff. This usually gives you the experience you need with property management that could come in handy, especially when you start dealing with lenders and other banks for more money to invest in other properties, because now that counts as a property management experience as a landlord. All right, so that's the ultimate house hacking for any young person out there that is trying to get their first home or trying to come out of rental, okay? So one great thing about getting a duplex as your first home is that your acquisition cost would be really low, especially for acquiring a higher priced property like a duplex. Most times for an investment property like a duplex, most banks will require a 20% or 25% down payment. But for a first-time home buyer, you could get a duplex, which is considered an investment property because you're going to rent it out, at least one side. You could get it for 3.5% down payment, dramatically reducing your out-of-pocket cost. Okay, and in many cases, we could actually also negotiate the closing cost so that the seller pays the closing cost, so that you're essentially getting the property for only the 3.5% down payment. And of course, if you're a veteran, you use the VA loan, then you have zero down payment altogether. So that means that you have zero down payment, and also the seller pays all the closing costs, or at least most of it, so that you get the entire duplex essentially for zero out-of-pocket cost. And you really want to use your first 3.5% down payment FHA loan, which you only get to use on one property. You want to use it on a duplex because duplexes usually are more expensive than a comparable single family home of the same square footage in the same market. Okay, so it's always better to leverage that low out-of-pocket cost of acquisition on a higher priced home, okay, as opposed to a lower priced single family home, so that you get a huge, really nice duplex that will be generating you income with very little out-of-pocket cost, okay? And also, you get to build equity and net worth faster with a duplex than you would with a single family home. And that's primarily because duplexes, like I said earlier, will usually be more expensive. It'll be a higher priced property than a single family. So when your equity builds or grows, you tend to grow a larger chunk of equity over time. And this is for a property that you were able to acquire for a little out of pocket, because you're able to take advantage of the first-time home buyer's 3.5% low down payment FHA loan, okay? And also there's the tax break benefit as well. Typically, because you live in one side of the unit, you usually could take advantage of tax exemptions. Like in Texas, you'll be able to get the homestead tax exemption, which gives you a huge discount on your property tax, okay? And then there's the flexibility of use, where instead of doing long-term tenants on the other units, you could actually decide to use that for Airbnb altogether. You just furnish it up real nice and use that for Airbnb. So that unlike some people would use their single family home and just use maybe one room out of their home to do Airbnb, you could just use a duplex, just use the other units exclusively for Airbnb without having to use the unit where you're living. And that's just a very convenient setup to do Airbnb on one unit while you have your other unit exclusively to yourself. Okay, and then over time, once you've lived there for a couple of months or years, you could actually move out and then either use both sides for Airbnb, because Airbnb in most cases tends to generate even more cash flow. You could use both sides for Airbnb, or you could rent both sides out, and then you can move out to maybe another property. You could buy another one if you're ready, if you could, or you could just rent someplace temporarily until you get ready to purchase another property, while this other duplex is completely paying for itself. And when you're ready, you just buy another property and then do the same thing all over again. And then gradually that way, you could just continue to build your rental portfolio and grow your net worth over time. So overall, duplexes make the most sense for first-time home buyers, just simply because, like we've listed, they are usually more expensive than a single-family home. And so for a first-time home buyer, you could acquire this more expensive property with the least amount of money out of pocket by leveraging either the FHA 3.5% down payment option that are available to first-time home buyers, or the 3% down payment option conventional loan available again only to first-time home buyers. Or if you're a veteran, you could actually leverage your zero down payment option for your primary home, and also hopefully have the seller pay. Your realtor can help you negotiate for the seller to pay all the closing costs, so that you're able to acquire this property almost 100% zero cash out of pocket, or at least the very least amount of money out of pocket. So today I'm going to show you guys a duplex, a brand new, newly completed duplex at Independence Heights of Houston. It's just north of Houston Heights, between Houston Heights and Acres Home in Houston. A community that is growing very rapidly, very quickly, because a lot of the people that are getting priced out of Houston Heights are spilling over to Independence Heights, where this property is located. But before I show you guys that property, please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel if you like these products that we bring to you, so we can continue to bring you products like this. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share our channel if you love what you're seeing here, so we can continue to do that. And if you stick with me to the end of the video, I'll come back and I'll tell you how much this particular property is listed for, so you can get an idea of the price points in this area. And I'll let you know also what the expected gross rent would look like based on comps in that area, so you can get an idea what your potential cash flow would look like from rental income at the end of each month. So this is a stackable duplex, one unit on the first floor and the second unit on the second floor. And the door to the second unit is to the right of the building. Okay, but I'm just going to show you guys the first unit on this first floor. Okay, as you walk in, of course, you can see the kitchen right ahead of you, and then a little to the right here is your living area. Okay. So you walk in, again, living area, 2 large windows, letting a lot of natural light and overlooking the street. Okay. Then again, the kitchen here. And this feels like a 10-foot ceiling because of how open it feels. Ahead there is your master bedroom to the right in the corner, but here before that is the kitchen. Again, you got your 10-foot ceiling, brown cabinetry with black finishes. Your countertop, it looks like a 9-foot countertop, quartz. Okay. Really nice track lights on top of the countertop. All right. White cabinetry underneath the countertop, soft close. Your dishwasher, stainless steel. Really nice backsplash. Again, water resistant vinyl plank on the flooring. Really nice finishes on the cabinetry. Again, this is something you could furnish up real nice, use them for Airbnb. It can get you a lot of good reviews. I mean, brand new construction, really nice contemporary modern finishes. Okay, again, your quartz countertop. Your electric cooktop. Of course, stainless steel microwave. Okay, brown cabinetry with black finishes. All right. And then here is one bathroom. Okay, and there's 2 bedrooms on this wing. Bedroom number 1. Okay. And then bedroom number 2. They both share this bathroom in the middle. Okay, so once you walk in this bedroom, 2 windows, good amount of natural light, 10-foot ceiling with ceiling fans, vinyl plank, water resistant on the floor. Okay. Really clean, easy to maintain. Whether you're switching between one tenant or you just got to do is just clean up the floors. And then bedroom number 2, you don't need to change carpets or incur that extra cost. This is 2 large windows again, overlooking the side yard. Closet to the right. Again, you got your 10-foot ceiling with ceiling fan. All right. And then across here over is your stackable washer and dryer. That's the utility room. Okay. And a little to your right is the master primary bedroom. Again, got your 10-foot ceiling with ceiling fan. Your 2 large windows with a lot of natural lights overlooking the backyard. Okay, water resistant vinyl plank on the floor. And then your bathroom to the right. Okay, again, the same brown cabinetry with black finishes. I really like the flooring here. It's tile, but it looks like terrazzo. It's got this terrazzo look on it. It's actually tile. Got your 10-foot ceiling. 2 pendant lights. Okay, black mirrors with black fittings. All right. Of course, it's got your double vanities. Your quartz countertop. Black plumbing fixtures. Of course, you got your commode right there. Your walk-in shower glass doors. All right. I really like this terrazzo looking tile flooring. Gives you this premium look. Again, this is something that you can furnish up real nice, using for Airbnb or something. You can just put a long-term tenant in it. With finishes like this, modern, contemporary, clean look, properties like this would typically attract multiple applications once you put them on the market. for rental. And if you did Airbnb with it, as long as you manage it real well, you should be able to always get and maintain good reviews, just because of the quality of the finishes, how fresh and clean everything looks. Of course, you got your walk-in closet in the primary bedroom. All right, again, your 10-foot ceiling. Lots of shelves and cabinetry, so you have enough space for storage. Okay. So that's it for your master bedroom. So this particular duplex is listed for $514,000. Each unit in this area with based on comms will rent for about $2,500. So that would be a gross rent of about $5,000 from both units per month. Okay. In terms of cash flow, depending on how you purchase it, obviously if you purchase the property cash, then you'll be looking at about $5,000 in gross cash flow per month. If you did like the typical 25% or 20% down payment conventional loan for investment property, you'll be looking at about $1,000 a month in gross cash flow. If you did like 10% down payment, you'll be looking at about $700 in gross cash flow. But if you did the minimum out-of-pocket cost acquisition, which is like the FHA 3.5% down payment or the conventional 3% down payment, then you'll be looking at about $400 in cash flow. And this is if you were renting both units. Now, if you were renting one unit and occupying the other units, then obviously you'll be collecting about $2,500 from the other units, and then your mortgage would probably have to you have to make up the mortgage with about $2,100. Okay, which is a really good deal considering this is a property of well over $500,000, which without a tenant from the other side, your mortgage would easily be well over $4,000 or just about $4,000. So it really, really helps to have that tenant on the one side contributing $2,500, more than half of your mortgage, and then you're just making up the difference. And this way you have a high-priced home or duplex that's building you a big chunk of equity over time. Okay, that you can then leverage later down the line to get your second investment property and continue to build your rental portfolio that way. And if you decide to get a duplex or any rental property in Houston, Texas, we'll be more than happy to work with you to help you through that process, whether you want to build one from the ground up, a brand new one, okay, as a developer or as an investor. We can help you find the land. We can help you with securing funding. We can help you with architectural engineering designs and the entire construction process. And then you can either decide to refinance it and put tenants in it, or you can even decide to sell it for profit if you wanted to. So give us a call. We can help you with that process. And also, if you're looking to buy one off the market that's already completed, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help you through that process.